Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and in today's video I'm going to be setting up my May monthly goals spreadsheet pages. And if that interests you, keep on watching. So for my May monthly goals sheets that I use in my monthly layout Happy Planner, I'm going to be pulling some stickers primarily from the Wrong Bullet Journal sticker book, the Live Love Posh Luxe Living sticker book, and the Calva Plan Blushing Florals. So let's get started, shall we? So to begin with and everything, I kind of like to keep things, more on the simple side, but with like pops of color and pops of like decoration and everything. But these pages primarily are for functionality and everything for me. So with that being said though, don't get me wrong, we still do some really pretty decorating and everything like that. So stay with me. So to start off with and everything, I like to take my Bic whiteout and I like to simply white out this monthly goals up here. As well as the jot it down up here on the other page. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to and everything. I like to do it just because it prevents, some of the the darker color, black and what have you, like from peeking through and everything. And I'm also going to come over here and I'm going to white out the check it off and the note to self down here. Okay, great. And I like to keep like the top priorities here and everything like that. It doesn't bother me, and I keep the 1, 2, and 3. I think it works out really well for me. Okay, now to begin with and everything, I think I'm going to mark off like the different sections and everything here with using some washi. So I know in Calva Plan she has, in her Blushing Floral sticker book, she has some washi strip type stickers here. Let me just find them real quick. Here we go. All right, and so because we're going to be using like florals and everything like that, I think I want to predominantly use these black and white kind of marked washi strips and everything like that. But I'm also going to be trimming them down, like cutting them literally in half, just so I can kind of get a little bit more use out of them than what they currently are. Now to do that and everything, I'm simply going to remove this sticker page. And I know it's kind of blasphemous to remove your sticker sheets from books and everything, but sometimes, you just got to. All right, and then here with my Fiskars, I'm going to use it just to literally kind of trim in half this washi strip here. So I'm just going to kind of try to eyeball it here. So we don't like to measure too much here on the channel. I think I'm going to kind of line it up just like so. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, and then we're just going to trim. All right, now with our washi strip now that we have just newly trimmed down, I am going to peel it up. Let's see, I'm going to trim off just a bit of this backing here, just so we have like less cumbersome things to work with. Okay, and then it's kind of sticking to my nail there. And then I'm going to simply just take this and I'm going to line it up with the edge of the box and also with this darker gray area here on my spread. I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to take it down right there. And then, where did I put it? There we go. And then with my washi cutter, I am going to kind of lift this up just a tad going to trim it just like so. Okay, I'm just going to take this now, peel that down just a little bit, and move on to the next section here. And again, I'm going to line it up here along that darker gray edge. And take it down just like so. And then come through with the washi cutter, line it up with this bottom row, or bottom line here, and then tear off. Okay, now I'm going to peel off the rest of that backing, and I'm just going to continue on with the last section here. Again, lining it up along that gray shaded side. Okay, and then I'm going to trim it right by that dotted line, the last edge there. Okay, so here we go. So far we have our 3 different sections kind of blocked off and everything. And then I'm going to see how much I have left here to use over in this section. I think that'll work out really well. So for this one, I'm going to take it, I'm actually going to trim off the very edge here, just because that edge was looking just slightly ragged. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up with, I'm going to line it up with the bottom here along that dark line. I'm just going to lay it down just like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks really, really nice. Okay. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take this one, and it's going to be a little skinnier, and that is perfectly fine with me. Okay. And I am going to, this one's going to be a little bit more trickier, so I'm going to kind of do it like this, where kind of line it up with the page just to kind of see where I can trim it off at. Now let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to trim it right here at the bottom of that black strip. Okay, and then lay that to the side, and then here we should have this to where it fits in pretty nicely along this edge here. So I'm gonna just take it and line it up with this top black line, and then I'm just going to line it up against, line it up here against those lines. Actually, I'm just gonna move it over just a smidge, so it's gonna be kind of like in the middle between the lines and the top priority boxes. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here and just trim that little part off because it's gonna bother me. So let's see if I can lift it up. Maybe with my tweezers here. Yep, okay. There we go. Okay. That works out really well. Okay, so this is what we have to start off with and everything. And I like to, like I said, I like to delineate the different sections and everything like that for what I like to focus on and everything. So now we get to come over here to our blushing florals, and we get to pull in some really beautiful fun florals. And I'm thinking right from the get I want to use, I want to maybe use like 1 or 2 of these corner ones and everything. So let's pull one of those up. Okay, so for this section over here, I'm thinking I want to pull in this one. I think it'll be really, really pretty. Actually, no, I'm gonna go for the opposite one here. And let me see if I can get just to kind of lift up here. It's kind of hard to see these, the clear back stickers sometimes. I'm like, oh, where's the line at? All right, so this is when your Twizzlers. This is when your tweezers come in handy for helping you lift them up and everything. All right, so we're gonna bring this over here, and I want to line this up. I'm gonna flip this around here. I'm gonna line this up with the top of the page as best I can here, and that's gonna peek through a little too much. Okay, so let's go in with maybe a different game plan here. All right, I think I want to use maybe the paperback stickers, florals for these, because I didn't realize with the clear back they were going to peek through so much here. So I'm going to flip to this peachy tone page here. And I like the peachy tone just because it kind of keeps with like the theme that I have for my currently and my monthly spread and everything for May. So if you haven't checked those videos out now, feel free to go to my channel. I'll also have them linked down in the description box so you can check them out and everything. But we're going to continue with that kind of peachy theme and everything, like I said. So I'm going to peel this peachy backed floral here, and look how stunning that is. Okay. And I'm actually going to flip this page around this way now. And I think I'm going to do this in a way where it's just kind of like halfway. So I think I'm going to do it like... hugging the edge there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So it's kind of hugging the edge to where, it's got that and everything. And then I flip it over. And again, with your scissors, you just trim off the excess that is hanging over the edge of that sheet or the page. Okay. And that's a nice way to kind of put a little bit of decoration onto your pages and everything like that without getting super, super crazy. And then I'm just going to put this remaining sticker kind of back and everything on that sheet so we can use it if we want to somewhere else. Okay. Now, I think what I want to do is I'm going to come back to that peachy page as well. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this very bottom, sticker here and everything. I'm just going to take my page and kind of line up and see how that would work. And I think that'll work out pretty well. So I'm going to peel this up as carefully and nicely as I can. I'm going to flip my second page around. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up with the very edge here on the side of the page and also with the top. And remember, just be patient with yourself and everything to where you line it up to the best of your ability. And again, we're not looking for perfection here, on my channel. We just like to have fun decorating for functionality and some beauty, poked in and everything too. Now, you see that we have this kind of like edge here. We have kind of like a pink floral here. So I'm thinking maybe I can peel this remaining sticker up. And I'm going to see if maybe I can kind of line it up in such a way that it won't be so obvious. Now, obviously it's not going to match up perfectly, but look at that. Doesn't look half bad if I don't say so myself. So like I said, it kind of, it's not going to match up perfectly and everything, but it just kind of, gives the slight illusion if you're just quickly looking at it that it, belongs and everything. Okay. So we're just going to flip over the page and then trim off the excess. So here is how the top of our two pages are looking so far. And I think they look stunning. I'm so excited. Okay, now we're gonna put in a little bit of like functionality aspects and everything, but I just realized I also need a little bit of a line edge there. So I'm gonna come back to that washi. This is why it's always good to keep it kind of handy and everything. And I'm going to, let's see here, I'm going to kind of line it up to where I can visually see where I need to trim it possibly. And I'm going to try to trim it right there where that black edge is. Okay. And so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to come in here, trim right there. Okay, and now we're going to take this, I'm going to take it right, actually I'm going to take it, yeah, right along that black lining, but I'm going to line it up with the other side. And you'll see why here in a minute once I get some functional box stickers going. Okay. Line it up, just lay it down. Okay, just like so. And then now we're going to be coming into the same Blushing Florals sticker book. And now we're going to be flipping through to her sections and everything where she has these kind of like appointment or header boxes, kind of like so. So what I'm going to do is I think I want to use, yeah, I'm going to pull this really kind of peachy yellow one first. All right, pull my sheet over here so you can see what I'm doing better. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of line this up like so. Yeah, okay, perfect. And then just lay it down. Okay, so this is going to be like the section, the check it off section that I want to focus on things for the month that I want to get done here, like my goals, if you will, with like some, you know, just like things around the house and everything like that. And then I also realized too that I'm going to use the rest of this strip here. I'm just going to simply peel that off. And I'm going to come down here to this section. And I'm just going to line it up here with the top of that, the top of the dot. Yeah, right along the top of that dot there. I'm going to lay this out like so. Nice, okay. And then I'm going to pull in probably this like pop of like, you know, orangey pink. And again, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here where I'm going to be actually taking it over here and lining it up with this edge like so. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. As you see me struggling trying to line it up perfectly. Whoop, okay. So we're gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna pull it up just a little bit like this. And I'm just gonna lay it down just like that. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay. And then I'm going to come over to this side of the page. And I think I might want to use a bigger box and everything for that. So let's see what kind of options we have here with her functional. If I could get one that's just a little bigger, but not too large, you know what I mean? Just finding that one that's just right. So this one I was thinking, but it's just going to be, well, yeah, I think it might just be a little too big and everything. So, you know what? Okay, so I'm going to take one of these, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to take the green one. Maybe I want to go with that larger one though. Nope. Okay, we're going to go with the smaller one and everything. Indecisiveness, you know, sometimes hits. All right. And then we're going to come over here. And I kind of just want to line this up. Kind of. And it's not going to be perfect, but that's perfectly fine with me. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Okay, and then we're going to continue with this momentum and everything. And here for the top priorities and everything, I'm thinking I want to use maybe some fun floral boxes. I think these might be really good ones to use. So I'm going to keep these in mind. And I'm just going to see if I can find another one. Let's see, one with like an outline here. Oop. All right. Okay. Now it's trying to find the right size. One that has the same kind of sizing here as the other ones. Tricky. Might not be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use like a solid color one, I think, in the middle, just to kind of break up the floral aspects and everything. So we're going to take this green kind of floral one, and I'm going to take it down here and just kind of try to eyeball it where it's kind of centered. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Okay, and then we're going to take the more like pink outlined floral one. We're going to do the same thing with the top box here, number 1. All right, and then I'm going to flip through here. See, and I think that's going to be a little too big, but you know what? That might kind of stand out a little bit. Just different enough, so all right, we're going to go with it. And then we're going to take the solid line one, and we're going to really center this one in. So this one's going to take a good chunk up there. Well, that's good. Okay. I like the way that's looking so far. All right. And then I think I'm going to see if I can find some smaller ones, like maybe those sizes, if not smaller, for putting for the habits that I want to focus on for the month. And this might be a little big, but you know what? We're going to make it work. Okay. So since we have kind of like this yellowish one, I'm going to take this pink one. Okay. I'm going to take this pink one, and I'm just going to hold it here to see where I can kind of line it up. Okay. And then lay it down that way. And yes, it cuts off like track your habits, but that's okay. It's not going to bother me. You know, it's not the end of the world kind of aspect here. And then I want to take this solid line, you know, kind of like yellow peach, and I'm going to come here to the bottom of the page. And again, I'm just going to line it up as best I can there, and then lay it down. That way we're not covering up any of the dates or the days in the top one. And I want to see if there is like a smaller floral lined. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to take this green one, like so. Just kind of breaks it up a little bit, you know, makes it a little interesting. Yeah. Okay. And then again, I'm going to kind of center it lined up, and then lay it down. Okay, so now we have the functional sections all kind of, you know, designed and laid out and everything. Now let's bring in some fun, you know, decorative touches. So for that, I'm going to come over here to the Luxe Living Live Love Posh sticker book. And I am going to now see, when I saw this sticker right here, let me show you guys a little clearer. I saw this, I was like, oh yes, I have to have this one in my monthly goals. I think she's just so beautiful and everything. And so we're going to heal her up, and I want to lay her down right over here. And I'm going to see how I can kind of line her up. I'm going to try to line her up with the edge of the page here with the white. Whoop. Yeah, with some of these stickers from Live Love Posh, you have to be really careful. Oh, they're very sticky, and so they're not as easy to reposition. So I'm going to carefully just kind of line it up like so. And lay it down. Okay, there we go. Very pretty. Okay, now we're going to flip it over and just trim that little edge off. Okay, yeah, love it. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here on this page, and I saw in here, I saw these like really fun plants. So let me hop over to that. Yeah, here we go. Okay, and I think by having this out like that, I think I want to pull in this one. So it has like a little bit of that goldish. Do I want to do that one? Indecisive Mel is poking her head out. Alright, I'm actually going to use this with the decorative shelf sticker. Yeah, I think that's going to look really cool. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to line it up here with the bottom as well as I can. Oh no! Okay, so if that happens, just breathe. Just try to lay it out as best you can. We'll just kind of try to minimize that. See? Okay. I'll come in close so you guys can see. So you can barely see like that little rip and everything. And that happened just because the back of these stickers are so sticky that it stuck too much with my finger that I just did not want to give up. Okay? But that's okay. We roll with the punches here on my channel, and we take a minute, we breathe, we compose ourselves, bring ourselves back. It's going to be okay. All right. So this is what our pages are looking like so far, and I'm loving it. And I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to leave this alone for the moment, and I'm going to pop over here to my Wrong bullet journal book, because I want to pull in my 3 functional kind of doodle boxes up here that help me, you know, just kind of track a few things that I like to track and keep, you know, kind of be aware of. So I'm going to use this for my YouTube. This doesn't want to stay open. Fold that back a little bit more. Okay. So I'm fighting with the cover here. There. So I'm going to pull this one up. And since it's probably going to be like the smaller one, I think I'm going to put this one kind of like right here in the middle. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna put this in the middle. I like that. Okay. And then I think I want to use a larger one for marking like my favorite book of the month that I've read. So for that, I'm gonna kind of see what kind of big ones we have in here. Let's see. Choices, you know? Sometimes having so many choices can be a bad thing. It's like, oh no, there's just too many to choose from. All right, let's see here. See what kind of pops out at me. Okay. Oh, these could be fun. Okay. Okay. And I think I actually want to use a circle one for this. Okay. So I'm going to peel up this one. And we're going to lay that right here. Okay. And then I saw like a smaller box or rectangle. And I think I want to use that one over here for like my finance goal. I'll be focused on. I think I'm going to use a smaller box here. Square. All right. And so I'm going to lay this one. And not too crazy or anything like that. I'm just going to lay that one just like that. Okay. And now I want to put in like a couple of headers for, not headers, but well, I guess headers, but we're going to have them at the bottom here for my favorite book of the month and my financial goal. So I think for those, I want to use, let's see here. I think I want to use, okay. I think I want to use maybe more of a simple one for that, just because, you know, we have so much kind of going on with the edging of the circle for that. So yeah, so I'm going to use this more simple kind of rectangle box. I'm just going to lay that right underneath it. Yeah. And then for this one, because it's so simple, I'm going to use just like a little bit more of a pizzazz kind of thing. So I'm going to use this kind of like flag here, where it's kind of like a little fun ribbon. And I'm just going to take that and kind of lay it down like that. Yeah, and I think that looks really great. Okay, so now we are done with our bullet journal. And now we can come back here and just focus on putting like some remainder decorative touches. Okay, so I think I just want to add in like maybe a couple like little things here. So to go back to this sticker page, I think I want to go over here so I can see a little bit better here. I think I want to, yeah, so I'm going to pull in this round sticker. I think I'll lay it up here. I think that'll be like kind of cute. Actually, I changed my mind. Oh gosh. Alright, so I'm actually going to bring it over here and lay it down. And be mindful not to, you know, cover up my disc little mark there. Okay. And then I think I also want to pull in, go back to that plant. Plant options. I might want to pull in a plant. I'm not 100% sure sold on it yet, but give me a second here to kind of look at it. You know, yeah, I'm gonna pull that plant thing. So I'm gonna pull the plant. I'm gonna come over here on this page. I think I want to line it up where it's kind of just like look at this. Yeah. So it kind of, you know, overlays a little bit. It just brings a little bit more interest, I think, to that page. Okay. And now we're going to flip back to previous page here. And I think I want to pull in this like coffee, like kind of breakfast thing kind of going on. So bring this up here. And I'm just going to lay it down just like so. Okay. Now we're going to flip over our page and then just trim off little excess little pieces there. And I think, guys, oh, no, hold on. I gotta do one more thing. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my blushing florals. And I think I want to pull in some dots here. So let's see. All depends on like how large the dots are though in her book. So let's see. Okay, well, it should be pretty good. They're a little larger than what I would hope for, but we'll go with it. We'll make it work. Okay. So I'm going to okay. Carefully peel that up. And then I'm going to lay this dot right here. And then do the same thing here. This one. Okay. Move on to the pale pink one. Oh, might have to reposition that other one. Okay. Might try to reposition it if I can. Alright, so let's see if I can kind of bend this just a little bit to fill that up a little bit. Okay. Success, guys. Alright, then we're going to take it, just reposition it slightly, and then I think I'm going to do the same thing with, no, it's not going to bother me, I'm just going to leave it just as is. Okay, so that, my friends, is going to be how I'm laying out and setting up my monthly goals spreads for the month of May. And looking at it, I think it really came together and everything really nicely. Here I have my header boxes for the different things that I want to focus on. So like medication, journaling. Instead of workouts, I'm going to put meditation here and everything. And then this is going to be like my to do, check it off for the month. And then this is going to be like, so like last month and everything, I put self-care because that was kind of like the theme for the month that I wanted to focus on. So for this month, it's going to be focus. So it's going to be like listing some things or talking about some things that I focused on. And over here, I have my doodles to where I'm going to be focusing on. This is the best book that I read for this month. This is going to be my YouTube stats, for my socials. And this is going to be my finance goal. And then I'm going to have my top priorities here. And this is just going to be like a little, really brief month overview. Maybe like a little thing that I want to talk about. And then up here, maybe like whatever, something I found interesting or a favorite quote or what have you. I always leave this kind of just like open-ended and everything for what I want to have on hand there. So yeah, I think it really came together and it looks really pretty. And let's go ahead, guys, and pop it in the Frankenplanner. Okay, guys, and here is the May monthly goals spreads here in the Frankenplanner, and I absolutely love how this looks together. It's like, gosh, I love these, green, discs and everything. So that I'm using for this quarter, it really looks really nice and everything. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you liked the video, remember to click the like button before you leave. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe think about subscribing to the channel. It's completely free. And remember to turn the bell notification on. That way you're notified of all my future and upcoming videos. And thank you again so much for tuning in, guys. I do really appreciate it. So take care of yourselves, be kind, spread some love. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.